Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Lester Zoom Headley, Zooming Logic and Opinions. Today I'm going to share a news story, Barbados Island News. Barbados Island News. A dot. That's what Barbados is actually, a dot floating outside of the Caribbean chain. There lies Barbados all by itself, with no neighboring islands, sitting alone all by itself, with a 99% literacy rate, one of the best in the world. We do export rum, sugar, and people of excellence. You will find Barbadians in all spheres of life throughout Canada, Europe, Asia, Australia, all the way down. America, Canada, England, all over. And they are of excellent because we love what we export. Rum, people, and sugar. Barbados was not far from any volcano eruption. It just came out of the ocean, just like that, out of the water. It's a country of 166 square miles, 21 miles long, where you can move around and actually from point to point in 40 minutes without enjoying traffic. Okay? And the thing is about it, if you come into a traffic jam, it might take you 55 minutes to get from one point to the next. Barbados is actually built on coral limestone. That's the beauty that surrounds it. And then we also experience the Sahara dust from Africa, and it finds its way across Barbados annually. Every year you could have to endure the Sahara dust. And I tell you, it is rich for the soil. It's very rich for the soil. Barbados was once part of the British Empire until 1966 when we gained independence. Yes, we are an independent nation. Barbados is an island with no real rivers, and as I said earlier, we export people, rum, and sugar, and brilliance. When we export a Barbadian, he is of brilliance. We have a lot of them sitting in the World Bank, in the IMF organizations, and we have cricketing excellence, top sports people, and musicians as well. Let me tell you something. The trade winds can blow across Barbados from east to west. Okay? The trade winds can flow all the way from Africa, and it can aim directly on the Barbados landmass. That's the beauty of it. Barbados was a hub, a trading hub with the slave transition and movement in that time from Africa, which was organized by England. And they were also, because of the blowing of the wind, you had to arrive on the shores of Barbados. When you're coming to the Caribbean, you arrive in Barbados, and then you go up and come up across the Americas. Okay, so that was the route, where we had a lot of Africans from Ghana and different places, well-behaved slaves, dropped off in Barbados because the English protect their colony, because of they know what they were going to do in terms of rum. And that's why Barbadian people are so docile, so well-behaved, so well-cultured. There's a lot of culture enrichment from the African and the English side that combines and make it, as unique as it is. Also, this is another fact that I'm sharing with you. We depend on waterfall. Water runs off so fast when there's rainfall and goes into the coral limestone. Yes. And yes, we might say we're on the flood watch, but you can have a water settlement from intense rainfall, and then it trickles its way down to the coral limestone. Okay. The highest point in Barbados is just 1,115 feet high, and is known as Mount Hillaby. So we really don't have mountains or anything like that. We are kind of, let's say, flat, relatively flat country. Okay. Barbados is actually one of the entry spots in terms of when storms are approaching. And most hurricanes pass Barbados before they are fully organized. And because we're relatively flat, they pass us by. Okay? We really don't have a high ground. As I told you, the highest point in Barbados is 1,115 feet high. Barbados' economy is largely based on tourism. We used to have fish, sugar, cotton, and garments. But now, all those things really have disappeared, and we have tourism as our leading financial source. And we do a fantastic job with tourism, yet we can do more of excellence, growth, and development in terms of tourism service. We are into banking, offshore banking, and I tell you one thing, that we have produced top class athletes in terms of cricket, fast bowling legacy. Check it for yourself. Check it for yourself. Another fact concerning Barbados. In 2021, Barbados completely removed all the ties then they had with the British, becoming a republic. So we had independence in 1966, November 30th, 1966, and also we became a republic in 2021. Those are the two dates that describe the Barbados landscape in terms of big movements. Barbados is also known, I told you earlier, for rum, tourism, sugar, trade, in terms of the brilliant brains of our people leaving our shores to go to make better for themselves, in terms of going to enhance their worth. Once you get a Barbadian, because of our high literacy rate, you will get very special Barbadians working in all endeavors, and they are of excellence. When we look at our sporting abilities, our history, we have to think of great men that grace our shores. And you can Google these names as I call them. I hope not to miss any. I'm calling them from my brain. Memory recall. Sir Frank Worrell, Sir Everton Week, Sir Clyde Walcott, Sir Vysall, Sir Charlie Griffith, Sir Conrad Hunt, Sir Gordon Greenwich, the most excellent Desmond Haynes, the most excellent and honorable Joel Garner, Malcolm Marshall, okay, Obadeli Thompson, Earl Maynard, the bodybuilder. You know, we can all go. And let's not forget Her Excellency, Rihanna Fenty. And then the most honorable, His Excellency Sir Gary Sobers. Google all those names and you're going to see stories of excellence. And there are so many more outstanding sons and daughters and people and musicians and athletes that I have not mentioned. You can do your homework. I'm just sharing this with you, but you can do your homework and really enjoy this fantastic place called Barbados. Barbados. If you have not yet booked a ticket, you need to do so. Get your ticket and get on down and enjoy the luxury of Barbados. Until next time, keep an open mind. But in your bucket listing, think of Barbados, the gem of the Caribbean. Fantastic. Thank you for listening. Lester Zoom Headley, your host. I'm signing out on this one. Thank you for following me. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for listening.